very stinky. Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Hello, PokePlays. Thank you for getting the first redeem. Hey, Johto. Hey, Cat. Hey, Haunted. How are we today? What are we up to? Let me see what I'm looking at here. Feels so nice to come home and take my damn pants and high vis off. Gotcha, Haunted. I'm glad that you're home early enough to, chill for a bit, Okay, now that I'm here, I disappear for a little bit. Alright, Haunted, enjoy your lurk or twerk or whatever it is that you use. Also, if that's a command you want, you're a mod, just make the command. How you doing, Johto? How you doing, Cat? What are you up to tonight? I've been chilling pretty much all day. I knew that I was gonna stream today, but I just didn't want to go live until the sun was down so that you guys didn't have the sun blowing up on your face. I gotta fix that at some point. Yeah. Rest in peace to the Xbox 360 store. Anyone who still has a 360, myself included, if you're buying any digital games, buy them before July next year, because they're shutting the store down next July. I absolutely hate Sunflora, Johto. I cannot stress it enough how much I hate Sunflora, bro. How much I fucking hate Sunflora. Oh my god. Alright. Before we start up today, Johto got me a gift. So, I wanna do all that. I'm not gonna show you guys, but there's a box here. Y'all can't see any of the sensitive information. Great, great, great. Gonna open it up, and we're gonna find out what Johto sent me.
Oh, yeah?
Alright, Suzel! Welcome in. Thank you for the sub. Enjoy your emotes and ad-free viewing and, the good stuff. The good stuff. And, yeah. Oh yeah, if you have physical games for 360, you might want to hold on to those at some point, because once that store closes down, they'll be worth a little bit more. So check that out, yeah. Just want to let you know I'm horrible at trying to open boxes. So it's going to take me a few seconds to get this open, but we'll get there. 39 months, damn! Yeah, Suzel's been here from basically the start. Suzel has been subbing since I got affiliate, basically. So, like, kind of hard to not do it. It's over 3 years, Tape. I should have just got the scissors. I really should have just got the scissors. Oh well. We're almost open. Do I make food or just start drinking to get shit-faced faster? Make food. Make food. You're hungry after a long days of work. Get some food. I feel that, Haunted. I feel being lazy. Alright. Getting in, getting in. Is that... There's still tape on this box. My god. Don't mind me just taking a few seconds to open this box that's got so much tape around it that, like, it's not even necessary, man. Not even necessary. Okay. I sat back down, but my glass is still on the counter. So you gotta get up anyways. Go make some food, man. Go make some food. Even if it's just a fucking sandwich, just make some food, dude. Make some food. What in the fuck did they do with... Okay. Box is open. Make a PB&J. Easy. I don't know if Canada has PB&J as easy as the Americas have it. Apparently, we're the weird ones with the PB&Js. I had macaroni and my cat tried to steal it. Typical. Which cat was it? Which cat was it, cat? Alright. Box is open, and look at this. Package wrapped in a package, wrapped in a package. Okay. Oh, that's a bag. Hold on. We got a bag here. We got a bag. Alright, what is this? Why do they wrap it so weird? Okay. So! That's a reusable bag just cut in half. Okay, whatever. That's being thrown away. It's fine. Anyways, I'm not going to reveal anything to y'all real quick. And I'm not going to look at it myself, but look at the back of this card. Here, maybe I can... Yeah. Look at the back of this card. This is definitely going to be something premium here. I haven't even looked at it yet myself. I just saw the back of the card so far. So, want to find out what Johto has sent me? Alright, let's find out. Hey! The Pokemon Go Radiant Blastoise. That is so fucking awesome, yo. Bro, I don't know if I can even, like, take it like a really good... That is so cool. Let me see if I can... I gotta move the camera a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help a little bit. It's... That's... Dude! Dude! I'm gonna take pictures later so that you guys can see it a lot easier, but, like... Dude! Yeah, I'm gonna post it in Discord. Yeah, tissues right by the PC because I was sick. You guys heard me coughing that last Monday. Come on. Dude! Radiant Blastoise from the Pokemon Go set. That is so cool. That is awesome. Thank you, Johto. Thank you. Alright. And then, I don't know if you guys have gone to GameStop anytime recently. Let's move the camera back over here. Sure. Sick. Keck. Well, Haunted, we're not all degenerates like you. Or, well, not always degenerates, thank you. But GameStop, guys, also has some promo cards. There's this nice little Umbreon promo that they got going on right now. In the past, they had a Tinkaton promo. And they had a Lechonk promo. Your GameStops might still have the past promos, like mine did, so maybe go out and grab those too if you're into the cards, you know. Alright, so now that we've gotten through that, and yes, thank you, Johto, it was a very good gift, thank you. I will be, displaying that as much as I can. Gotta get a trophy case somewhere now. Let me get back into chat real quick. I don't know to make a PB&J. If only I had any of the ingredients required for a PB&J. I just picked up one of the more expensive 360 games today before it goes over 100. Transformers War for Cybertron. I have a total of 4 360 games on me. I have Naughty Bear Gold Edition. I have the original Tales of Vesperia. I have Halo 3 in its steel case edition. With the director's like movie in it and everything, and I have. Oh, I don't remember what the fourth one is. I'll have to go look. Like, big stack of games over there, you know. But I know I have a fourth one over there. I'll check it out later. Yeah, I'll take a picture and post it to Discord later. Kind of just want to go to bed after working 7 days straight. I feel that, Haunted. Sleep is a very good option. Sleep is a very good option. What have we been up to this week, guys? I know that Haunted's been working. I know that I've been technically working and doing other things recently. What else has everyone else been up to? I have a story to tell about Thursday night, but we'll get to that in a few seconds. I haven't done shit all week, dying of boredom. That sucks. What are some options that you would have around the area to not be bored all the time? Is there options? Or, like, you know, things, I guess. I'm not trying to get, like, too personal. If you don't want to get personal or anything, you don't have to answer like that. But, questions. You have 30 physical 360 games currently, 31 when Transformers War for Cybertron arrives. I still have my OG Xbox 360. I am probably going to try and go look for some earlier 360 games, especially because my GameStop still has some. But I really don't need a lot of 360 games myself. One that I'm looking for is Blue Dragon, and if anyone has a copy of Blue Dragon for the Xbox 360 for sale, you know, hit me up. We'll work something out. That's probably like one of the games that I really want to play. It's the base white model. I don't remember which one it is. It's in my closet over there. I can't even grab it out for you just yet. But I'll pull it out at some point because we're definitely gonna play some Naughty Bear at some point. I need a job, but I gotta finish my vet assistant shit. All right, Kat. So when does your vet assistant stuff like start to finish up and you looking for another thing? When does that start to like plan wise? I guess I don't know. I'm proud of you though. You got you're pushing towards something at least. Oh, this is definitely the original, like the original model. Probably had the option for the red ring. I have never had the red ring. Knock on wood. I don't have a piece of wood to knock on, so whatever. But you know, yeah, I don't have a piece of wood to knock on. But yeah, I have the original 360 model that probably has the red ring stuff. We got it like right away, so. Alright, so did anyone end up picking up Madden 24 for any of the consoles at all? Because let me tell you what a shit show that was. Story time. I work for a game company, because I don't know if I could say that out loud for other purposes. Game selling company. And we had a early release for Madden 24. Now, when we did the early release for Madden 24, that meant releasing it at 9 o'clock the night beforehand. And so what had happened was I went in at 6 o'clock. You know, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock is usually a 4-hour shift, right? Tell me how my manager told me I need to take a half-hour break on a 4-hour shift. A half-hour break on a 4-hour shift means that I, you know, got paid for 3.5 hours of a 4-hour shift. Seems completely dumb. Now, I'm lucky that I didn't have to Uber in and Uber out, because that would have been an hour and a half of pay. That's horrible. But, you know, that's kind of how that goes. But we went almost all night without too many people coming in. 8 o'clock hit, we closed up to, you know, get ready for the lunch. I went and got some food, came back for dinner, ate my dinner while I was there. Had to clock out for a half hour of it. And then afterwards, when we opened up, there was no one there for 15 minutes. 9:15 rolls around. One customer comes in and says, "Oh, I remembered. Yeah. By the time that we were hitting 9:30, we had 3 customers come in. 3. And most of them were already paid off. Staying open for the extra hour was worth $20 to the game store. And, you know, I don't think it was worth it. You know, the reason why nobody was coming in to buy Madden? It's because the Eagles game was on. Everyone was watching football instead of playing football. Ridiculous. I'm waiting on them to assign a hospital or clinic for my externship, and I have to do 100 hours in that. Then I can take my final exam and the national exam and be done. That seems like it might be quick once they finally decide, Kat. Once they finally decide, it seems like that'll be really quick, especially for that kind of thing. So you'll probably have, like, maybe 3 or 4 days, 5 days at most, probably for, like, the externship. Unless they're giving you, like, really small hours to do it for that 100 hours, which kind of sucks. And then you'll coast, knowing you. I'm gonna head up my spicy chicken pizza real quick, bro. Alright. Johto, enjoy your pizza. I'll be here when you get back. I have a Halo 4 Edition 360 Slim and a 360 Slim 4GB model. I wish I was able to have multiple models of the 360. because there were some really banger custom special editions back in the day. I have the original model, and I had the original Black Slim, whatever, with the touchpad button thing. But that one got taken in 2012 because, well, there's a whole story behind that, and we'll get to that at some other point. But basically, my house was ransacked back in 2012, and the 360 was the test object to steal, so they took that one. I need 8 to 10 hours a week for the 5 hours a shift, so I'm hoping I get at least 20 hours a week and can finish fast. 5 weeks doesn't sound too bad. 5 weeks does not sound too bad. I'm sure they could definitely, like, make it quicker, but, like, don't burn out either. So, like, yeah, 20 hours a week sounds pretty good. You know, get yourself situated, get yourself learning, get yourself some hands-on experience, and you'll coast. You really will. Anyways, guys, I want to let y'all know that during, like, these kind of things where we're doing the just chatting before, like, going into the gameplay, I want to start telling some stories about, like, what I've been through, what we're going through, some happy memories, some good memories, some not so great quality memories, and I just want to tell stories. I want to get you guys knowing what's going on with me in my neck of the woods and what I've gone through so that you guys understand and have something to, like, you know, talk to me about. Sounds like a good idea, you know? So, a little bit before we go into games, I just want to have a chill time to, you know, chat it up, talk about things, talk about what's going on, that kind of story time, you know. Not me firing up Tinder once again. Haunted. Hopefully you, don't have so much problems on there. Hopefully you don't have so much problems. Dan went live? Alright, well that's fine. I mean, shit. You can drop a lurk on him while I'm doing my thing. House should be good for Wi-Fi wise, you know, being able to do all that. Okay, let's turn that down to 160p so that's not really causing too much of an issue. Alright. The new Terror Raids are very farmable, not gonna lie. Yeah, Johto, I'll check them out tomorrow, probably after I get home from work. Maybe I'll pop into Discord and do some Terror Raids with y'all and get some things going, you know? Get some things going. I give it like 3 weeks tops before I delete it again. Sounds like a plan, Haunted. I hope that you don't have to get so frustrated with it. But, you know, I never had much luck on Tinder, and I only used it for like 2 months. It's not really my thing, you know. The main games I'm looking for 360 are the 2 Cyberpod games, Magna Carta 2, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and Alpha Protocol. If I remember right, they're porting Persona 4 Arena to PC, so that's not a big deal, but I understand having a physical collection. Magna Carta 2, I never got to experience, but Magna Carta 1 was really great. And the Transformers games are kind of a thing I wanted to get into, I just never got the chance to because I didn't have money back when I was younger, you know? I don't really have money now, but at least I have some money. You like Transformers? Yes, I used to be a diehard collector of Transformers. Pokeplays, do you have any of the comics for Transformers? I'm fixing to hop on if you want to farm, Herba. First time everyone in the house went live at once and no issues. Dope. Lurking. Alright, Dan. Enjoy the lurk. I have you on 160p. I'm lurking, but we'll be there. We'll be there. Hopefully we have some really good things going on, because if everyone in the house is live and we're not having any issues, that sounds great. Unfortunately, no, just the toys and games. I gotcha. I'm looking for some of the Transformers comics. The games I want to dig into. I just don't have the money to own the games right now. If I get the chance, I will. Nutmeg, welcome in. How are you? We're just doing our small just chatting and story time thing going on before we hop into the game. Shouldn't be too much longer. I had some things to get off my chest. Oh! Nutmeg, I'm going to take a picture of it, but here's what Johto got me for my birthday. It's a Radiant Blastoise from the Pokemon Go TCG. And it's a PSA 10. It's so good, man. It's so good. My favorite is Mirage and Rise the Beast. He baby girl. Gotcha, cat. Nutmeg. Yes, Nutmeg's here. Doing alright. Was doing some Genshin with my sis. Did you get the code that Haunted put in the chat, the Discord chat, Nutmeg? What did it give you? How's Genshin going, anyways? All right. We've been sitting here for about a half hour ish, so I'm gonna hop into the game, whichever way the camera's facing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go and turn on my PS5, which isn't on for whatever dumb reason, but you know. Turn that on. Anyways, did you guys have dinner yet today? It's just about to be like, it's 8:30 now. Did anyone have dinner? What'd you guys have for dinner? I want to know. So far, I haven't really had dinner. I had some Chinese food earlier though. Some General Tso's. And it was really good. I ate the broccoli too, don't you worry. I'm being a little bit healthier. And I will be having probably some French toast sticks after I get done stream. Hey, look at that, Nutmeg. I'm going to have some French toast sticks. You're having some French toast. Sounds great. Got me some good artifacts and weapon boosting materials. I know what weapon boosting materials are. I don't know what artifacts are. I'm guessing they're like your accessories, kind of, I guess. Did you like my stream stuff? Albs made? Yeah. The stuff that you had, I only saw the starting soon and your, like, PNG model that you have in the corner. But, yeah, it looked really good. Do you have, like, an ending screen or a back screen that he made also? Macaroni is, yeah, kind of like that. All right, so let's hop in. If you look down in the lower right corner, it says we're 48% done the storyline, the main story, at 21 hours. So we'll see how long that actually takes us to do. So yeah, we'll be working on it. We're about halfway done, so that's pretty cool, right? I have a feeling this game will get DLC. I have a feeling this game will get DLC or a book written about it or something or other. You know, we still don't know what's going on with other characters or what happened to them before all the events here, so. And I would love to have, like, a DLC focused on, like, Sid or, like, Jill, or have a book about them to know, like, what happened to them in the 13 years interim. You know, that kind of thing. I can send you what I have. Alright, Kat, feel free to DM me what you have. I can find some new event, raid to my map, and send a code. So, why is Magna Carta 2 a 360 exclusive if the original is a PS2 exclusive? Because I believe the developers were bought by Microsoft at that point. But the PS2 was a wild era of exclusives. There wasn't a lot that could go on the original Xbox because it came late in the days, which is why 360 came early. The original Xbox didn't have that long a run, actually. Anyways. So, if I need to recap the events of last stream for Final Fantasy XVI. Last stream we did a lot. We went and visited the Phoenix Gate and found out that basically Clive is definitely Ifrit. He's been Ifrit the whole time. Why there are two icons of fire, we still don't understand, but that's the thing. We ended up finding out that Sid's main goal was destroying the mother crystals that the 5 nations control and use to prosper while everyone else dies to the blight that's going on. Because apparently the mother crystals absorb the Aether around, which is like their version of mana, and it kills life around because it's absorbing that life energy. We end up going to one of the capitals, I forget off the top of my head which one, and we end up destroying one of the mother crystals, not without sacrifice. Sid sacrificed himself to block something called Ultima, which was going to absorb and use Clive as a vessel, for reasons unknown right now. But Joshua comes in the last second. Yes, Joshua is still alive. And stops Ultima and absorbs Ultima. Now, we don't know where Joshua's gone since, but he is confirmed to be alive. Clive knows that Joshua is still around, but doesn't know that he's still around right now. He saw Joshua absorb Ultima. That's the last we saw of that. And then, with the time skip of 5 years, we find out that right now Martha's missing. Now, last stream I kind of fucked up because I was realizing that I didn't realize who Martha was at first. But Martha's that one person we helped out in like the very beginning after we knew who Sid was. She wanted to help with the bridge to get over to the Phoenix Gate kind of thing. It's a lot happening in the last few streams, I guess, you know. But yeah, that's what happened, and our goal right now is to go find Martha. I sent you a snapshot of my stuffs. I will check it out here in a few. I'm gonna drink some water, and then we'll get to the gameplay here. All right.
Something has happened to Martha.
We need to speak with Otto. Okay, she voiced it after I... Okay, sure. I never know if they're gonna voice it or not. Anyways, let's look around the room real quick first. Because this is technically Clive's room, you know? There's a little bit of interactables going on over here. The Republic Army marches on. The Empire of Twinside and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you soon to... Yeah, okay. I think we've read that before anyways. But yeah. One thing I want to check out was this, I guess. The Wall of Memories. Kind of like a little, like, in-game trophy system from what I'm gathering here. We only have one item. And that's the Oath, which is the crystal that Sid and Clive stabbed when they decided to, you know, destroy the mother crystals. And it has a little definition of it, too, which is really cool. We'll definitely be back to see if we find any other memories, trophies, whatever you call them, at some point. Okay. Anyways, let's carry on with the story now. Not sure where I'm supposed to go here. And I'm guessing it's down the stairs and around the area around here. So let's go check out what we can do here. I like how they moved this here. Like, you can still go and do all of this. Yeah, this is for, like, training and all that kind of stuff. I don't need any of it right now, so I'm just going to back out. But yeah, they moved that from the original hideaway to this new one. I didn't mean to jump, I meant to talk, but okay.
Hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
I like the idea of having a bard somewhere around and him just like singing. That's kind of cool that they incorporated that a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I believe the, if you're looking for an ability patch, those are only in 7-star and rarely in 6-star raids. I think 7 stars are almost guaranteed to drop them, but 6-star raids have the chance. Alright, what does Otto want? Give me the info.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive.
I wonder if she got kidnapped.
Right.
Yeah, something is not right.
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne.
Oh, God.
Conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield.
Traitors to the Holy Throne.
Sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Yeah, can we just go save Martha then? Find the curse bearers. Yep. So from what I gather, we probably have to go to Martha's Rest then. Which means I have to go to the map. That's not what I meant to keep doing. But yeah, we gotta go over there to what I'm guessing is Martha's Rest. So we're gonna just, speed warp over there because I don't feel like walking.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Damn, this place looks hella dreary. Aw, Torgal.
Get it, boy.
Always have to. Jesus, that's a lot of information in my ear at once.
I'd rather not bump into them again.
Alright, well, into the inn we go. That's fine.
Let's get you to a physical.
I'm sorry.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes.
Damn.
Saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Oh, so she was taken. Okay. She's a prisoner of war.
They headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will.
Alright then.
But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about the culling.
Our
I don't
calling?
know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go do that then. This is gonna get dark
Cole is right.
even further.
That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
That's a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp! Hey? What?
Alright, so that means we have to go up this elevator, right? Or is it this is a down one? This is a down one. Okay, sure. Here we go. Adventure time. Let's go. Sorrow-wise. Let's kill the killer bees while on the way here. Yeah, these guys are kind of weak now, aren't they?
Over here. Nice try.
Yeah. Probably not even worth the fight, but you know. I kind of want to try out more of Rama's power. Because I don't really have that one pat down yet. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I want to try and incorporate it into a combo with the others. I can't go across the water, so that means we have to go around here.
Look. Up ahead.
I'm gonna turn my fan on real quick. Alright, so Martha's still here.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Dang.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Alright, well, we gotta go deal with some Imperial bastards then. I don't...
Black shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke?
Yeah.
There's only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Yeah, it seems they're perverting what Rosaria used their thing for. Let's knock some of these bees out of the fucking air, dude. Oh, cool. Tor got the last one. Martha is the name of your favorite aunt? Well, that's cool. Martha is a good aunt name, actually. Aunt Martha. Just, let's hope we don't have any, Batman and Superman comments. There are so many, like, small little enemies on the way to this, like, abbey. Spiders and bees and shit. I don't even know if I really need to be killing these guys, but I'm sure they'll attack me if I don't kill them first. Why are you even that far back? Sure.
Are we too late?
It might
Still be someone inside.
appear so. This guy is dead. This guy is absolutely dead. Like, I can walk on him. That's how bad. That's how dead he is. I can walk on top of him. That's how bad he is. A trail of bodies leading right into the abbey. Damn. Way too late.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them.
He called Martha a bitch. Jesus Christ.
The Empire is a serious offense.
You guys are weak as shit. I'm going to kill y'all.
And for their crimes shall they be punished.
No name, stupid fuckers.
To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On
These guys might be a little bit more serious, but we'll see.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive,
This won't take long.
Yeah, let's just start off by rounding them all up and doing that. Because, you know. Okay, sure. I'm not sure how these powers work just yet, so.
Farewell.
Some black shields, guys. Such a hardcore name for people that died in literally like 5 seconds. You know.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Quest complete. Oh, neat. We actually got an accessory instead of just crafting materials. Okay.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Alright, well I guess we go look for the abbot then. Who is probably just conveniently in this door, right? Never mind. They dead.
The abbot.
Everyone is dead.
The bearers died protecting it. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
What a shame. Wait,
He's breathing.
never mind. I spoke too soon. Alive.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are you here? Dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. Black shields will return. The cutting will continue.
Sounds like we got a mission here.
Never safe. Unless we save her. Tell Mother to thank Caesar and tell her this wasn't her fault.
Well, I'm Sid now.
In here. We found a survivor.
Clive. He's gone.
I knew it. Dead.
We've laid the abbot to rest. The bearers. They didn't need to die like this.
No one needed to die like this. Let's be honest.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials as she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Ready to jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself before the casting. I'll get someone to.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
So we're giving them essentially a Viking funeral, I guess. Good job, Johto. Any hidden chests or anything back here that I might have missed? Ah, look, there is. Okay. Sure. Alright. Let's make for this, Riddick's Jump is what it's called. Oh, I can't just cut through those? Okay, follow the path, I guess. There's an item over there. Let's get the loots. Yeah, I have to follow the path. I get it. More water. Oh, this is a cutscene monster, okay. Oh, what the fuck is this? Rank C, what the fuck? Is this like a hunt or something? Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may or may not be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Okay, so basically a hunt. Okay.
The thing has spotted us, Torgal. What do I say? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Okay, I'll take that. That's cool. Oh shit. Yeah, dodge that. Fucking shoots a fucking eye laser at me from its one eye. I don't know why I can teleport, but sure. It's already a flying creature. Should stop teleporting. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of that. Jesus Christ. Can I please just not get hit again? That would be awesome. No, get me the fuck out of that. Yeah, no.
Get him. Nice try.
Should be able to get him now, right? He is dead. So when I say something about big monsters, they basically mean things with like more health, have stronger abilities, that kind of thing. Though I'm sure we'll run into gigantic monsters at some point. There's no way they don't have like some kind of iron giant or, you know, friggin' summon like copies or something like that. It's a Final Fantasy game. There's no way I'm not gonna run into like a cactuar or like, you know, the big monsters, the thing that everyone knows. You just got back from dinner. So basically, the only thing you missed so far is that we found Martha. The bears she was hiding in the abbey are all dead, and the abbot is also dead. We're giving them a Viking funeral. On the way there, we just met Big Monster. Yeah. Basically, these guys are specifically hunts. They give me renown, extra items, more experience, etc. I just made 6,000 gil off of killing that one monster. So, not bad.
You didn't see that coming.
I didn't know Clive had pun humor, but he's an eyeball creature. He didn't see that coming. Great. Love it. Perfect. Anyways, I guess we're just leaving this corpse in the middle of the road, huh? Let's inspect our kill real quick. Looks nice. Okay, anyways, we're heading this way. Could've swore I saw an item. There's an item. I'm grabbing the loot first. Sorry, Clive. Loot! All that for 6 gil. Scatter remains.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
What of the Imperials?
Piety. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Colin is worried about Martha.
All right.
Okay. Before we go back, I want to see what's across this bridge. Hey, hold on. Loot! Grab the shiny stuff. Alright, what's across this bridge here real quick? Is this supposed to be like a bridge that we haven't knocked down or something like that? I'm sure we'll come back to this then. But, okay, sure. Let's head back, I guess. Oh, shoot. Let's grab a potion real quick, because my health was kinda low, because those eye laser hits, while easy to dodge, when they do hit, they did a lot of damage.
Thank you, Founder. Thank you, Phoenix.
Interesting. I don't mean to jump, I mean to press the X button to interact with the Switch. Come on. It's like Kingdom Hearts all over again. Oh my god, are you want to open a chest? No, we're going to activate an attraction ride.
They call themselves our country. We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our administrations.
Alright, go back into the inn and let's find Martha and see what's going down. I want to talk to her. No, let's just jump in front of her face. Okay.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before you passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bears. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
It's sick and twisted.
You would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing
Black
is
Shields.
unthinkable.
Blasphemy.
Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again...
Well, I have a sword.
My people, they're in for a rude awakening.
Let me kill some things.
Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Oh, nice.
You must as well. Will you be right here, Martha?
Time to go see what Gav looks like now.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Alright. I really wish Clive would stop calling that one person his mother. She does not act like a mother, so, you know, I don't feel like he should call her that anymore. It's not respectful. Alright. We have to return to the hideaway. So I'm gonna pet Torgal real quick, and then we're gonna head over there.
All right, boy.
Gotta give Torgal some love. Always give Torgal some love. Alright. Head on back to the hideaway, because I'm not walking over there, so... Teleporting is so much faster, you know?
Where's Gav?
Yes, where is Gav? He must be conveniently marked with the marker over that way. So let's go see how Gav is doing after 5 years and that injury we last saw him have, you know? There's always trouble in Rosaria. That's right, he did have the eye injury.
Where's my report?
What no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong boat. Now sit down, you fool.
That's right, Gav got that eye injury.
You remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Hmm. The state of the world. Interesting.
So much for the bloody treaty.
Clearly the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon their more weary victor.
Sounds like the whole continent's on fire.
See us coming.
Sounds like we're about to activate the fire emblem, basically.
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Oh, we're still going with the plan to destroy the other mother crystals. Okay.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in
Why are they all named after Drake?
Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kuku would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
Acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
An acquaintance?
My uncle,
Oh, shit.
Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield at the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities.
Does he even know you're still alive?
Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
He just said that. He's his uncle.
His name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Gav's, not all there sometimes, apparently.
What are we waiting for? Eh?
I like Gav's character. He's really cool. Kind of wish he didn't have the eye thing happen to him. That kind of sucks. Otto's counter is now open. Okay. What does that mean for me? The following hideaway facilities are now available. The Hunt Board, the Patron's Whisper, and the Alliant Reports. Alright, so now we can go find all the side quests that we've been missing for the past 5 years.
What are we waiting for indeed?
Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me explore a little bit first. I'm sure there's side quests and other things to do before we go off on another Mother Crystal murdering spree.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Yes, there's always trouble in Rosaria. Thank you.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
I have to wonder if he knows that you're still alive, because that was the whole thing, wasn't it? Because like everyone thought he was either dead or like something like that, you know.
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty. Karen's seen to that. Though we're always one missed shipment away from disaster.
All right, let's go.
Rooms as ragged as goats' locks.
Let's go check out this board thing real quick. Up by the Moogle.
So Martha's all right. Yep. Others weren't so lucky though.
What is this?
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
This is the side quest thing. Yeah, that's right.
Quick look.
Apparently I have this one over in Martha's Rest. Okay, we'll check that out in Few seconds. Apparently there's nothing else though, just one side quest. Okay. Let's ask you about the past 5 years and stuff.
Oh, same old.
Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what the problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The curse breakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest.
So,
If you ever find yourself at a loose end, you know where to find me. I want to know why some of the stuff here is voice acted, like the first sentence of certain things, and the rest of it I have to literally read. I don't mind reading. My voice is okay for reading, I think. Y'all can tell me otherwise if you want. But I really would like to hear people voice act, you know? Would do like to hear. Thank you. Side quests are the real main quest, to be honest. Fair enough, Haunted. Absolutely. Side quests are the things that make the games go from 60 hours to 100 hours. Just remember that. Remember Dragon Quest. It probably could have been done in maybe about 80 hours if side quests weren't a thing. So, a sigh was voice acted here, but I have to read the rest of this. Okay, anyways. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts. When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
he's still with us too.
With us and in you. You took his name and gave us hope when we had none. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is don't be a stranger, eh? A hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid. Cool. Witcher 3 took me 150 hours first time because it kept getting distracted. I really need to play Witcher 3 because I've heard there's so much to do in that game. And the game I've heard is really fun too. I gotta play Witcher 3 at some point. It's in my backlog. Tears of the Kingdom has like a year's worth of side quests. Tears of the Kingdom is something that I'm not gonna get to for quite a while. I'm still working on Breath of the Wild. So it's going to be a few years before I get Tears of the Kingdom.
You watch yourself out there, alright?
I also got lost a fair few times. That's also fair. I've heard the map is huge in that game too, kind of like Skyrim was.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the
What do you
Patron's
do?
Whisper.
What do you do?
Patron's Whisper.
Yes, tell me.
Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay. So, reading is hard. Give me a second. Completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Y'all, when I was complaining about not being able to buy the music rolls because I didn't have enough money, this is why. They have a whole setup here where the higher you get in the world, the more donations you get. And now it makes sense. Real-life navigation skills are excellent. Navigating in games is like impossible for me. I always try the straightest possible route, but it ends up being right through a mountain range that is impassable, so I have a detour and boom, lost. Haunted, have you ever heard of Skyrimming over a mountain? Just hop on your horse and go deedle-deedle-dee. You know, deedle-deedle-dee. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Oh, these have little notes on them and shit? Okay. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deed of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heart-struck dowager. 20 Valley Matter 20 steel silk, 20 bloody hide, and 400 ability points? Wait, I can get ability points to spend on my abilities through this? Oh, it's a done deal. Gimme.
There you are.
Alright, what's next? These are locked, huh? Yeah, these are locked with renown. So I got the first thing. Okay, that makes sense. But those are locked with renown, which I guess I get through doing hunts and, you know, other things. I love Skyriming up mountains. Unfortunately, it generally only works in Skyrim. It's worked in a few other games for me, but yeah, generally. It's fun to do that shit. When you break the laws of physics by riding a horse up a mountain, it's just the best thing ever. The Butt Roy Butt. Yes, indeed. Even when I'm not typing in my chat, Buttspot gets me. It's great.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
You have other info.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Business is busy.
Top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stola's reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind, I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back at the old hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley. That's not how you spell Shirley, and don't call me Shirley.
Still.
I like to think Jara would be proud of me too, were he with us today. Alright, past 5 years.
Words are immortal.
You could have at least finished the quote. Like, you could have voice acted the quote. Okay. Words are immortal. They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Jara, in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone. Good lesson.
We'll be here waiting.
Alright, and finally, the Moogle has an actual thing for me to do with it. Moogles are fucking cute, guys. Moogles are fucking cute. The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupu. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the green word can measure... Whatever. Talk too fast. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so nice to have someone found someone who understands me, Kupo. Stay here then and keep an eye on all the billets that I can post on the board, so if there's anything you need to know, I'm your Moogle. Okay. So, there's a lot to do here. I'm not going to check the hunt board just yet. I'm going to get some small Moogle over here asking about hunts and asking about adventures, apparently. Let's find out. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
The Great Continent? Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. That was not something I was expecting from asking about his adventures. Okay, sure. Moogles. Precisely what you see before you, Kupo. The Curse Breakers break down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, Kupo. And post the billets here, Kupo, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two, which is where you come in, Kupo. As for me, I had the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, Kupo, so that everyone can sleep at night knowing the realm is a safer place. The Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors to this board, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail, Kupo. So don't you go letting all their hard work go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let them down. There's more to talk about, apparently. Did you see that the Cursebreakers give every billet a rank of riskiness, Kupo? From this thing could kill you with a single swipe, to a 7-nation army could scratch this thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. There's more. Jesus. Did you see that all the billets are marked with the location? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You are only human. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, Kupo, try reading this witness statement. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the nasty down and finish them off. Alright, now we can look at the fucking board. That looks like the ghost of my sister's Chihuahua, Nacho. The sister's Chihuahua's name was Nacho. Okay, well, Moogles are creatures in every Final Fantasy. And they are little fluff balls with pom-poms on their head. If it looks like the Chihuahua, that is quite a fun time. Alright, what do we got here? More info. The hunt board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Okay. Didn't I already take care of this one here? Pretty sure. Oh, we don't interact with anything. We just see what's available. So I took one down already. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. What do we got here? The Angel of Death and Belphegor. Let's read up on these guys here real quick, I guess. I wish the text on these weren't so super small compared to, like, a full screen thing. A trader coming by the way of care, whatever the hell, met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead. His eyes wild and flickering, though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their past. The sound of cackling laughter from the trees kept them up at a brisk pace. Okay, so Sambrak, Clearview. Okay. And this one? Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avian of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern border that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenches of the nearby villagers. The Broken Hilt Rosaria. Okay. So, I don't think I've been to either of those two areas just yet. But, I don't know how many hunts we're actually going to do. If they come up, I'll do them. Like the Armin showed up. But, I guess we'll do that on an encounter basis. That kind of thing. Sounds good. Alright. Anyways, let's go find out what that side quest is real quick. And we'll do that, and then we'll get on the main quest, you know? Yeah, you guys know.
Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, we're gonna do this thing right here. Unable to travel at this time. Seriously? I can't do the side quest right now because I have to go to the main mission. And that's all I can do. Is that what this is? Right, but there's another side quest here, apparently? There's side quests in tons of places, apparently. Okay. So let me do a real quick walk around here, see if I can find the one random side quest that there is. Unless it's talking about...
That room's as ragged
And then we'll move on to the main quest real quick.
I hear there's trouble.
Nah, Johto, you're the poglog, man. You're the poglog. I'm just here playing games and hanging out with my friends. That's what it is. That's all it is, man. I'm starting to think that maybe that side quest is just the board telling me that I have quests. Because normally on the map it shows the green quest. Or like there's a way to walk to it. But so far I'm not seeing anything.
Did you come through the forge today?
Did you come through the forest today? No, I did not.
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. It was his idea we claim it for our own.
Yes, it was my idea to hole up in this broken ass airship and fix her up a little bit. This place is fucking huge. Are you fucking kidding me? There's more stairs, bro? Maybe that is why I'm missing this fucking side quest. Can't go down there, okay. Ah, look, there's the quest marker. So, where? And how did I just pass right by it if it's down there? Oh, okay, so how the fuck do I get down there? Oh, steps. Okay. Sure.
How much water can a flower drink?
About as much as a bothersome boy.
Okay. Some of the NPC text is wild, yo. This is a long trek for a fucking side quest, yo. This whole area just is super fucking huge. You have the Radiant Zard, they shine like diamonds under the right lights. Neat. Give me a sec, I gotta sneeze, hold on. Alright, sorry, I muted for that sneeze. You guys didn't need to hear me sneeze, you know? You know, you've probably heard it before, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright. Let's find out what the side quest is real quick.
Won't be long now, Martel. They'll try your apple soon enough. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. Welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Sure, I can do that.
It'd be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
So I wonder,
you.
And it's sad to hear that she passed away.
And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
That's right. Okay. So Martell was that bear that we rescued on a side quest a long time ago. What I'm wondering is, if we didn't do that side quest before this, would this side quest even be available? That's the question. But I'm glad I did the side quest, because now we have another side quest. It's sad that Martell passed away, though.
Martell would have wanted the curse breakers to be the first to try our apples. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, Sid, but thanks.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, guys.
Alright, and rather than, you know, rather than just, you know, walk all the way back, I'm going to use the map. We can't actually do the side quest just yet, because it requires us to go to one of these places. But, we're going to hit the Hawk's Cry Cliff for now, and we'll be back.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. What about to let Kupka take us unawares?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
He has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
God damn it. Torgal's on the track or something.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Iron.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
Oh, this is a Jill moment. Okay. Here we go.
If I am to continue at your side...
She better not fucking die like Sid did. That's all I'm saying. If she dies, we riot.
We'll face it together then.
To the end.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely.
That's a sad thought.
We should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
So we're just gonna hit a bunch of, like, other locations now. And that means we're going to have more side quests when we finally get back. And hopefully they'll let us do all those before we move on to the next side mission, the next main mission. Because the fact that I can't do any side quests right now kind of got me a little mad. What starter should I choose for sword? Cat, my vote is always Sabal. Sabal was my favorite. The other ones are good too. The only one I didn't use was Score Bunny. And I used Score Bunny otherwise, just not in a story playthrough. Sabal's got my vote. Alright. Guess we just move forward now at this point. That's how you use that. It's a targeting system. Okay. Alright, so Rama's iconic ability is better done in a crowd of enemies because you can target multiple enemies at once. That makes some sense. No, couldn't reach. Still no reach. There we go. I like how the flame sword kind of pushes them back, and I can just drag them in with Garuda's ability again. That's pretty cool. Cutscene time.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elgin would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
They'll think we're loyalists. Jesus.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome.
They're using Phoenix rhetoric, even though fucking blasphemy.
Pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, Your Lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
You shall have our full cooperation, sure.
What business can the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Alright.
Fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you the first time.
The gallows? Oh boy. What a dark setting. We're gonna avoid that real quick so I can find out what this is all about.
Welcome, stranger.
Not stronger than what I have equipped, so... sad. No one has friggin' upgrades these days. Increased limit break generation. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that right now. More music. I do need more potions, apparently. I can buy elixirs still.
You won't be disappointed.
I'm not going to buy elixirs right now, though, because they're expensive as hell, and I'm trying to save up.
The roads now.
But yeah. If I had $1 for each time Master Game did something epic, I'd be richer than Jeff Bezos. I don't know about that. I don't do a lot of epic things, man. I don't do a lot of epic things. I'm just here to have a good time.
Run along now. Before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Oh, is there multiple quest markers here? Okay. Sure, we're going to talk to the residents. Makes sense.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, they'll sell people out just for some money.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100-fold legions? 100? I heard it were 1,000.
Alright, so that's war propaganda. Makes sense.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you?
Why are these...
Black Shields? Actually, I ever saw
Why are they making a big deal out of these guys?
This is the first time they've
They're
visited
weak.
the village.
I've killed 3 or 4 of them already.
Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands.
What are firebrands?
I might turn them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Well.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
Oh, that makes sense.
But we need to
Considering we did kill some Black Shields.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
Oh.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. If it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Wait, what happened over there at Eastpool?
Then we shall be on our way.
I might be missing something. I probably saw it earlier, and I'm just forgetting at the moment, but... Okay. Oh, wait, Eastpool, yes. That's... Yep, I get it, yep. The one village right outside Rosaria, yep.
With a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Please stop calling her your mother. Please.
Sorry. It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps. Let's, mosey on. Let's mosey, you know? Shallop Rock. You know, I don't think I got enough of Amber. Can I go back in? They told me not to come back, but, surprise, I'm back.
Look around you. We cannot afford to lose any more than we already have. Please, leave us be.
I bet you they're hiding chests or, like, little extra nuggets of information or something around here. I would love to find those, you know? I don't even think I really thoroughly looked through the village. Nope. Yep, see? I knew there was a chest. I knew it.
What are those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on. Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking there's something.
Yes, Clive. Stop calling that snake of a lady mother. I doubt even Joshua would, and he was the apple of her eye, apparently. You know, the funny thing is that she thinks that Joshua is dead. And Joshua obviously does not care enough to show himself to her. Which, I mean, is probably for the better. I do hope she gets her just desserts. Really, I do.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. But back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Oh, hey, look, another chest. Loot goblining is the best way to do this. Yeah. I don't think Joshua would approve of her methods either, to be honest. I wonder if he, as in Joshua, is the firebrand they're hunting. That would make a lot more sense than just, Clive. I mean, they're the only two with fire powers that we know of. It would make sense. It would make sense. Silly me, can't jump off the cliff to go to where I'm supposed to go. I gotta follow the path. Gotta follow the path. Can't jump down the cliff. Can't jump down the cliff into the waterfall, obviously, you know?
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ah, yes. I'm sure we're going to have a very, very nice boss fight somewhere in these accursed mountain hills. But first...
Ever since the apology, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them?
Oh, shoot, they're the ones that were in the Phoenix Gate. Yeah, let's take care of these guys real quick. And let's just deactivate a few robots in the way, you know? Just nothing too big. Well, to be fair, it is a waterfall. The current could scoop you up and plop you somewhere else. If I survive falling down a waterfall, of course, you know. Big brain. Did you all hear that Capcom dropped teasers on their Japanese Twitter of Monster Hunter 6 revealed this year for the Tokyo Game Show? I did not, Johto. Could you share the tweet with me in a DM? I would love to see that. That'd be very helpful, actually, yeah. Oh, okay, I know where we're at then. We're at the area we were... Hello? Okay. We're at the area that we were in when we started the game. It's the collapsed, like, cliff faces that we were doing. You can share the video I saw with bro, I'll search. Alright, Johto. Where the fuck did y'all come... Oh, they're bombs, okay. Oh! Fuck, he's blowing up in front of me, isn't he? Nope, no thank you. Oh, okay, that's ranged. I'll take that, sure. Alright, so far, Rama's really good at being a ranged, like, fighting thing. So I'll have to keep that one in mind. Ooh, is that a chest? I guess that was a chest. Sure.
More of my mother's men.
Oh, okay, these are humanoids? Sure, don't mind if I do. Can I post it in Family Matters, bro? Sure. Feel free. Alright, just go down the cliff area. Hey, look, loot. Grab me the loot. Can't jump down again, so I just came over here for the loot. Okay, works for me. If I could not walk into a boulder, that'd be great. Torgal has finishers also? Okay, sure. Just taking a steep dive down the cliff. You know, no worries, no worries. More black shields. Sure. Oh, there is a whole, like, fight over here. Okay. It killed something. That wasn't actually that hard of a fight now that I think about it. That was pretty easy actually. Considering there was like 7 or 8 people. Alright, so where do I go from here? Oh, okay, I can fall down that way? That was a pretty steep jump, dude. Alright, sure, whatever. There's loot over here. And the fight. That's what we call an ambush. I'm guessing that's where they want us to go. So what's Oh, okay, so I was allowed to jump off the cliff, but there was a pathway down. Okay. I'm not worried about it. We're going to the bridge. Or sure?
Blood, Clive.
Yes, obviously that's blood. Thank you.
And still wet.
Oh shit. When Torgal's ground, you know it's not a good option.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Shut up and let's fight already.
Say that again. I'll show you a true
Torgal, kill! Oh shit! Yeah, that was, you know, the more that we use these abilities, the more I feel like if I didn't use these abilities, we'd probably have a tougher time. But these abilities are kind of OP, so, you know, we're doing great. Using crafting, blah, whatever.
road to the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you... We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
Bro, you're dying. How are you able to talk so much?
Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Okay, so did dude die? Okay, yeah, dude dead. Cool. Let's go. Wait, hold on. There's got to be more to this bridge. I mean, there's blood, obviously, but it's like, there like loot or anything? Gotta check. Oh! Okay, so no, this is actually a bridge over... Okay, so... Never mind. Literally a bridge to cross the gap. Got it. I see loot over there, though. So yeah, they were looking for Clive, and it was an ambush. They knew who we were. That was an ambush.
Find something, boy. Death.
Torgal is just, growling the whole day today, huh? Oh, what the fuck? That's so fucking twisted, bro. Yeah, they made examples of them. How fucking despicable. Yeah, this empire deserves to burn.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I kind of want to cut her head off, to be honest. I kind of want to cut her head off.
Understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
As much as this is a Clive and his,
We can't leave them here like this.
you know, giver, life giver, that's what we'll call her, thing. This story here is going to be a Jill story. I can feel it. Jill's hiding something. She stops and hesitates every cutscene. Every cutscene she stops and hesitates. I want to know what's going on with that. Wait, hold on. Did I miss something over here? No? Okay. Oh my god. The bird's like cawing in my ear, dude. There's gotta be like some kind of hidden chest somewhere around here. Jesus. Sorry, dude. Gotta walk around you. There is a chest. See? I knew there was a chest. Welcome back, cat. I caught a male Wooloo named Xavier. Aw, thank you. I love that. Oh my god. Well, I guess we continue on. That really made me mad, though.
No, I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth.
Yeah, just let's attack these wild chocobos. Kentucky Fried Chocobo, anyone? Just realized I've been home for like 2 hours and forgot to empty my AC out. How did that go for you?
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Oh, that's chilling, bro. Fucking, you couldn't see the sun because of how many ravens there were. That's a scary thought.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Chest. 10 bloody hides. Yeah, because that's the items we're looking for in chests, is bloody hides. In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria.
They tell us there's a curfew, then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Be gone!
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to
Well
Imperial
then,
Army
okay.
personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Right, yeah.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
It's not a great place, man. A lot of this game so far has been like very bleak and like destroyed, and that's saying something, man. A lot of the story has been very sad and depressing.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Thanks for the warning. The Quiet Sands. That's not fucking quiet, bro. There's an item down on the beach, followed by what appears to be said as a devil crab. Okay, before we get a little bit too much into the fight, I want this item. All these crabs just for a sharp fang. Okay. Oh, dude, the more I play with this, the more I realize how to do things. Rama's powers not only are like range or anything, and they're multiple targets, but like if they're hit with lightning, the lightning kind of arcs between enemies. Which, you know, is really cool. Ah, yes, the chest embedded in the sand. Sure. Black blood. Okay. I don't know why we're finding blood inside of chests, but sure. That one plant gave me a level up. Sure, I'll take that too then. Okay, carrying on. The silken strand.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate. See what that gets us.
Okay, so I guess we gotta hobble a little bit more down the road to find the main gates. Sure. Where does this lead? More closed gates. Okay.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Oh yes, thank you for the teleport thing. Anyways, cutscene. It's so fucking weird that the Imperials are all in on this. Like, not a single person has a shred of morality.
Chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
I don't know why we can't just cut them all up at this point. We should do what Titan did to the hideaway and just, you know, go Shiva or Ifrit on the village and destroy them all.
Be able to reason with the gods. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
Of course they did.
The Lazarus. find our way into the city there.
So we gotta go through a dungeon, basically,
The entire place looked abandoned.
to go into the city. So probably a boss fight inside the dungeon before we hit the city.
As long as it is abandoned.
Blacklight burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I feel like they were literally looking for you, Clive. Literally. Probably another dragon or robotic rune monster. It's very possible. But you never know. It could be something else. If we're going through... This just looks like it's another passageway into the city just from... Whatever, okay. In we go. I don't know why we couldn't just do that in the first place, but sure.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster. Somehow I can notice chests all the way off. It's really weird. Maybe I just have a treasure goblin nose. I think Joshua might have also thought to go to the uncle, right? Like, I wonder how many people actually know Clive and Joshua are still around.
Not abandoned then.
Of course not.
Oi! Visitors!
These guys look like local militia and not...
We'll show ourselves out.
I don't want to fight them. They look like they're just trying to defend their home. Look at the rags. They're not Imperial soldiers. Never mind. I guess I have to fight them. I'll just gather them all up then. I meant to do that. Enemies bested. I don't feel good about that. They looked like local militia. That's all they looked like.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Oh, it's a callback!
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be.
Wait!
When you died.
He survived? How did you survive that explosion? I knew they were local militia.
Lord, I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Well, I'm glad to see that he survived, at least.
We can speak inside.
Though I don't know how he did with that big fire explosion at the gate.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Guardians of the Flame. So they're hunting these guys, not Joshua or Clive.
So much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
You don't know anything about her. It's been 21 years.
Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm.
I keep forgetting her name is
She cares
Annabella.
for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Breach.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Wait, she has another son?
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Oh, apparently so. Which, you know, pisses me off because
Witness the crimes these men who dare call themselves
she treated Clive like shit, and Joshua was her like bread and butter like thing, but she couldn't give birth to another Joshua.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
What a turn of events.
This endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Yeah, let's hope so. Maybe we'll actually get an upgrade for once. Maybe. I need to check out my abilities real quick. Oh! Now I can fast travel to other places and do side quests and shit. When we're in the middle of a big emotional story moment thing. Yeah, we're not doing that. We'll come back for that. Alright, I have 1739 ability points. And I feel like this is already mastered. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade the limit break thing real quick. And then we'll learn the fireball ability too. Alright, cool. Now we've got all of Ifrit's abilities also, and the next thing that I guess we'll work on is Rama's abilities. I feel like I'm lagging behind in abilities just because I don't have a lot of ability points just yet. I feel like I should be getting a lot more from fights, or I should be grinding a bit more, but I don't feel like I need to grind because I wipe things out in literal seconds. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the king died, and he's the one who had the family line for the phoenix, but Clive has Ifrit. Could the other son be sharing Ifrit? And the mother thinks it's the phoenix? It's, I guess, somewhat possible, but we don't know exactly what Ifrit is right now. There's still a question of how can there be a second icon of fire? It's the question.
Oh, buck up, man. At least you're not dead. I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
I mean, I kind of did. I just gathered y'all up and hit you with the Phoenix powers. But you know. Hey, another chest. Nice. Alright. Aw.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Still no actual upgrades, y'all. Still no actual upgrades. What does the success rate do here? Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Not a bad idea, but I don't need it right now. And I'm full on everything but elixirs, so I don't need to buy any other items.
An honor.
Okay.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I made for Buick Bridge and provoked the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
So he's hoping they're going to ambush him so that they can ambush them. Okay.
They prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Inn have been laid to rest. Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Alright then.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Party members, this late in the game? Thanks for the tip, I guess. Jeez. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay, so this late in the game, we're finally getting the option for optional characters. Sure. Okay, sure. Well, Wade's one of them. That works. It's not like I can equip them or anything. They're just there to come and do extra damage. For all intents and purposes, this is a Clive main character story.
From the bridge. Don't you worry. You better. Brother Wade's life depends upon it.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
Oh, nice.
Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Does that confirm that cats are real in this world? Cats are canon? Cats are canon. I have a feeling that Lazarus will be another, like, hub destination. At some point. Love that. So we're walking into an ambush, and hopefully our ambush works.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
We're walking into a fight. Oh, they're a little different.
Now, I told you. We bear a message for the Viceroy. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
I don't like the way he said woman.
Come, die along with your flame. For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Okay.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Yeah, y'all just shut the fuck up for like 5 seconds, dog. I'm gonna cut through y'all.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for.
Oh, look! A dragon!
Nice try.
More? Okay.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't see them.
How the hell did they get a nice stock of like these guys, dude? Okay. Where's the other one? Okay. That should be it. Oh, it's a fucking dragoon.
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point.
Alright, sure.
This land is in dire need of cleansing.
Cleansing? Excuse me? Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's just fuck this guy up real quick. Oh, there's also these guys here. Okay. They really thought they could jump us. Yep, that's over. They really thought they could jump us. Oh, that's a shitload of loot. Hold on. All crafting items, of course, but still, shitload of items.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we felled, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So Wade,
We're taking it back, right?
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
I don't know why he finished a sentence like that, but sure. Nice. More crafting materials. Okay, we can always take those.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun time.
Of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Famously dead. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Another one of those insignias.
Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Aw. Seal obtained. You accept the burnt blade from Wade.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
They can't handle me.
I could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
So Tyler didn't make it. Okay.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
That sucks. Tyler got healed by the Phoenix's flames right before dying to whatever happened between Ifrit and Phoenix. That sucks. Rossfield Manor.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Oh, loud boot thuds. This is gonna be important.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. He needs to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
Okay.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil.
Is he putting on a play? What are you doing, Clive?
Thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Oh, okay, he recognizes it. Never mind. Clive's doing something only his uncle would know he'd do. Yep.
Infectious flax wench? Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest matter in the twins.
Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Imagine thinking for 18 years that he was dead, and this is what happens one night.
Fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
Oh, it's an emotional moment. We don't even know this character, and that's emotional.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
I don't know if we can do that, man.
Go on, sit. I see that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
You're correct, Nutmeg, but at least for 5 years.
Who are you people?
Hey! Thanks for the raid, Dan. Welcome in. Can we get a shot for Dan? Hey, Draco. What'd you guys do tonight?
These atrocities are a new blow.
Nutmeg got raided in here.
Has changed. Quite what? I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone. The monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. It's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
Oh, banana. Yes, thank you, Draco.
It's been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage.
Haunted deleted his own message. What the heck? Oh, okay. If anyone's not following our friend Dan, VSNV, you better go follow him. Go check him out. Plays a lot of Pokemon, does some other Fortnite stuff. Fun shenanigans. He's also my housemate.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. Until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
You have it on good authority.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
You've always been a terrible liar.
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Yes, Haunted, you are a perfect human with no flaws. You do not make mistakes. Absolutely.
I cannot believe, though, is
Oh, Draco, I got one for you in a minute. Let me let the scene finish.
Good boy. Now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle.
An outlaw's uncle.
Who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Yeah, better tell about Sid. That's quite a story.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
I mean, as fine as a ship as you can get, I guess.
Outfitted. She'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
What the hell is it called, the Boiling Sea? I don't like that.
Something on your mind?
I'm telling you, this story here is Jill's. Absolutely. She's hesitating and thinking about things. Something's going on. Maybe it's boiling. I don't know. Might be.
I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet.
That makes sense.
Pulling my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword.
Someone who wants to die does not care about the fact that they might die, but others. They care about others. Thank you for the follow, Lost is Locked, I guess. What would you like to call me? What would you like me to call you? I'm going to go with Locked for now. Thank you for the follow, Locked.
Anything at all. I had become a monster.
She still sees herself as a monster. Jeez.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Oh my god. Just kiss already, damn it.
Thank you, Clive.
I know you all are picking up on this relationship thing they got going on, right? This attraction they got going on to each other.
Or the monster sister.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Just give me what everyone else wants to see and have them kiss. Come on. A monster wouldn't feel regrets, Jill. Yes, indeed. You have it right on the head, Nutmeg. Okay. I really should have went back and did a bunch of side quests because they're all locked again. Anyways, scene's over. Draco, you are the first person to show off a collectible in like friggin' months. So, I'm going to show you the collectible I got today. I try to make these a big story whenever I try to do them. Now, everyone else probably saw it earlier when I showed it off. But if you didn't know, last month, at the very end of the month, was my birthday. July 27th was my birthday. And Johto, who's in the chat sometimes, got us a little gift thing here. Now, I'm just going to reach for it here and see if I can get better lighting than I did before. But here's the collectible I wanted to show off to you. This is a PSA 10 Shining Radiant Blastoise card from the Pokemon Go set. Johto sent it to me over from wherever he sent it to. I don't know where. But this is my first like PSA 10 card. And I didn't expect that I would have something like this. And I have to just appreciate Johto for sending me a birthday gift that's so awesome. Anyways, that's the collectible I wanted to show off because that was kind of what I wanted to show off today anyways. So, yeah. A lot of my collectibles otherwise are in the closet or like stuff you've already seen. So, you know. Alright. So the only thing I got left to do is go back here for now. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Here Be Monsters. I don't like the title of this chapter.
But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the green exclamation point first. Because, you know, side quests.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage.
Oh, cooking.
Borrowed it from
Okay.
old toads. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
I think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver.
Oh, is that so?
From spit roasts to sweetness, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across will be the death of me. You're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
I guess I could do so, yeah.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it.
Chancer's
The
Stew.
only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violence.
It's a riddle? The recipe's a riddle?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay, so we gotta go to Martha's Rest for that. Makes sense. Okay, so we grabbed that. What is this? Oh, that's the jukebox. Okay. Is there anything new? There is. Okay, the new song is Our Terms. Makes sense. Alright, and the rest we have to kind of buy. Okay, sure. There's more side quest stuff over that way, so we'll go over there.
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Oh, this is for the apples.
Let's see if Martel.
Okay, sure. We'll give you some apples.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These are those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
That's, I like that. Neat little, thing there.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
There are new billets being posted every day. Not enough swords to see to them.
What do you got for me?
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Oh, we have to give you apples too. Okay.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things.
Old Sid was the only one who could stomach them. Yeah.
Made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the dead ones. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all that hard work been done waste.
Honestly, I'm just really happy that we did the other side quest to get this side quest.
So much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
And now we need to go all the way to the backyard area, which is a long-ass trek, but we'll get there. Give me a few seconds, minutes. I'm surprised this little hub thing is so fucking huge, dude. I was not expecting for there to be, like, this huge-ass, like, little hub back this way. And then there's even more. You can go up higher also. I haven't explored the whole area yet. Okay, it wasn't that long a trek, but whatever.
Send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
Something to think
Put
about.
everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
See, this is why I like the side quests. Neat little tie-ins and ways to explain the characters. It's really cool.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time you planted you some siblings, don't you think?
That feels good. That feels good. It's sad that she passed, but the way they're honoring the character is nice. Displayed in Clive's chambers. See, we got... Okay, cool. Displayed in Clive's chambers. That's a trophy. The trophy thing that we were talking about. Yeah. Alright, so nice to know we can get those from side quests. Hey! Tad Nugent, man, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. How was the rest of your stream? I was still lurking, but I was, you know, was doing my stuff. Thanks for getting the shout out, Haunted. If anyone's not following my friend Tad Nugent, go check him out. He plays a lot of Dead by Daylight, some Texas Chainsaw Massacre is what he was playing today. You know, he's also a co-worker of mine, so, you know, really cool dude. Go check him out. Go check him out. How was the stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Hey, we got all the emotes going off. Nice, nice.
Just look at her. Isn't Martellin fine fettle? What about young Boppy Mill here? He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up with his brother Kenneth.
Oh, all the trees are named after the people who passed away. That's somber. Oh, banana. Are you winning, son? I was shiny hunting in PLA for a space-time Cranidos. Did you get your Cranidos, Johto? Alright, I didn't check out this area back here. Did I?
Flowers can bring succor, and they can bring death. It all depends on the flower. Which is why you shouldn't go eating them unless you know what you're doing.
Alright, yeah, well, I don't tend to try and eat flowers. Thanks, bro. Stream was phenomenal. We've had a lot of fun. How is yours going, bro? It's going. Oh, shit. There we go. There we go. Dude, I hope they bring that back to Mortal Kombat 1, dude. I really hope they do. Stream's going pretty fine. We're progressing some main quests. And I decided to do some side quests while we're here for now. But we've had some emotional moments tonight. Some really cool stuff going on. How's the new game going? I know that you were playing it a little bit. I wasn't expecting to play it for so long, but I guess if you guys are having fun, that's really what matters, right? Alright, so there's another side quest somewhere over there, I guess? Alright then. I could really just easily get lost in a hub this big. I wasn't expecting it for it to be that, like that. Alright, so go down the elevator to find that side quest. We crushed. Didn't have anything else to do on my day off, so we went in. That's that game just like released what, today or yesterday or something like that. It's like Dead by Daylight, right? Kind of, in certain terms, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I saw you playing a little bit of it, but I was just there kind of to vibe. What's the process of that game like? What are you supposed to like do exactly, I guess? Early this morning, kinda. Gotcha. It's not. Where is the side quest? All the way at the very end of the pier. Okay. What do you got for me?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. There's a coat of pip
which might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't.
Not any bloody more.
Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Yeah, I guess I can help out with that.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. In case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles.
Might be enough to tide you over.
Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Damn, both the people I was lurking on raided into me, so now I'm not lurking on anybody. I was lurking on myself 3 times. Alright, so we gotta go to some area to get some tree sap things. And we gotta go find something over at Martha's Rest. Can I even do side quests right now, or do I have to do main quest stuff? Killers keep victims from escaping, and victims use tools, health potions, and bone shards to make their way through the map and escape. Perks are required through a skill tree for killers and victims. So it sounds like Dead by Daylight, but a different set of killers and stuff like that, I guess. It's not made by the same people who do Dead by Daylight, I guess. A shiny alpha fossil Pokemon would be Wildin. Johto, I'm sure that would be amazing. I hope you get one. "4v3 instead of 4v1. Makes sense, yeah. That's right. I did see that you guys were playing it's the family or whatever it is. So there's 3 killers and there's 4 survivors or victims as they're called in that game.
Typical nobles, cowering behind their walls rather than joining the fight.
And from what I heard, it's not cross-play right now. You guys are having a hard time playing with other people. So if I got it on PS5, I couldn't play with you guys.
How did we never hear of these guardians hosted every day? Not enough swords to see to them.
What's this about?
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. But normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Sure, I can do this too. Apparently, I gotta go play therapist.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. We'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Sure. This feels different, though. This feels like a different sort of side quest, I guess. PS5 and Series can play together. Xbox One and PS4 can't play with Series, PC, or PS5. So it's cross-play, but it's not cross-gen, is what you're saying? Alright, so I could technically get it then, I guess. That makes sense, I guess. We could do that. Shiny Alpha Master Game 5X is epic. I mean, you'll never see a big version of me that's shiny, dude. It's silly, bro. The internet's causing a riot about it. Dude, I mean, I can understand a little bit, but, like, I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure that's not what was intended. I'm sure that's not what was intended, my dude. I'm sure they're working on it. Alright.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
If it'll shut you up.
If it'll shut you up.
Nothing. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. A masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit.
Oh, he feels like he's not producing the right things.
And just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
So I basically gotta go find a chest piece to bring back to him so he can study it, basically, I'm sure. Or some way for him to improve his smithing skills.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning him means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
Makes sense.
Couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Too bloody right I am. How eccentric do you have to be?
First, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Okay, bro, I'm going to bed now. It's been a long 7 days. Alright, Haunted. Get some sleep. I will catch you later. Enjoy. I'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Thanks for coming and hang out for a bit. I appreciate you. Alright, what's this guy got to say first, real quick?
Find a cuirass, give it to Blackthorn, and he works out how to make it and goes back to being his surly old self, right? Simple.
It is never that simple. Side quests are supposed to be extra.
She's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
Did y'all just call Torgal a monster? How dare you?
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. That's all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. Didn't like the colour of something. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
Didn't like the color of it. Jeez.
Like I said, it was a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
Oh, so he's a one-man working crew. Okay.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hind greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern. That was it.
Thank you, Karen. You get lost without
So this is how it all ties in. Okay. So this side quest has me doing a hunt.
Sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to
This
you.
all ties together.
While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Let's continue on with the main quest for now, and we'll work on the side quests later. I hated that we kind of stopped in the middle of the main quest for like a few seconds there. Alright, what do you got for me?
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charm.
Ever the charmer.
What will it be
Jeez.
today,
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises
In
from
the boiling sea.
There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Alright. Lore time.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses.
Oh, really?
No. The Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less.
A poison, huh?
And to them, a dominant
Which
is an instrument of evil.
makes sense.
Albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp.
Oh!
Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail.
So Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom have been at war for over a century.
Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosario, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd
That's horrifying.
Wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Alright, yes, let's see if Jill's ready. I have a sick new rain team, bro. No legendaries. I'll have to fight it sometime. We'll have to get together and run a few battles, Johto. Is Jill ready?
We'll be over soon. One way or another.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's Breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those
Imran?
unspeakable
That's his
things.
name.
I'm going to kill him.
Shit, I'll be there with you.
It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you too.
They've really got this thing between them, I'm telling you.
Still together.
Telling you, they got something between each other.
We'll make him proud.
Oh, okay, so I can go here now. And there is things for side quests and things. There's lots of things for side quests and things, apparently. Alright, I'm gonna go back in here real quick. I actually think this might be a good place to end the stream at this point. Let's not hurry on into the main quest line, and there's a lot of side quests to do, and I'd like to have time to do those. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream here tonight. I'll go to work tomorrow, and we'll stream again tomorrow. If everything works out fine enough, I'll be back tomorrow to do some more. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I think that's the way I want to play it. And I'm gonna end the stream now. Then I'm gonna go find someone to raid for us, and we'll hang out some more tomorrow. If I wasn't working at noon tomorrow, I'd go later, but I have to go to work at noon tomorrow, which kind of sucks. But you know, I should know my schedule probably tomorrow night too. So we'll talk about that live also, I guess, so that we can figure out what we're doing the rest of the week. Or the coming up week, whatever you call it. Anyways, yeah. Enough talking about plans. We'll talk about more tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start with a little bit of story time, maybe some YouTube video watching first, and then we'll get into some Final Fantasy again. I'll see you guys around 6 or 7 tomorrow, depending on what's going on. Alright, let's see who we're rating. I don't know who's live yet. I don't want to raid you because you're playing 16, and if I watch someone else play 16, I'll lose out on that. Dude, who's live, man? Yeah, okay, I guess we can do that then. That works. Are you still actually live? Let me refresh real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. I need to make sure that someone else is still live, still playing their games. Good night, all. Take care. Already, we'll see what happens. Taking things as we go. That's how I roll. See you then. Yeah, if you guys could copy and paste that raid message that Nutmeg just posted, that would be helpful. And if anyone's not in the Discord and they want to come hang out with us there, getting updates and that kind of stuff, I can't use my OBS for that. I keep forgetting about that. Join the Discord here, guys. And then, yeah. Socials. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Follow me there for updates and things, too. So, some of you might have heard of Ari Poke Princess. They are shiny hunting Quaxley and Garuki right now. So let's go check them out. It seems they kind of just started an hour-ish ago. So we'll go check them out for now. And, you know, show them some love. Have a good night, guys. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Later.
Actually got shiny cookie a little bit ago. We got a female shiny cookie who is HA, and she was 4 IB, so nice little shiny for us. She's our second shiny cookie. And now we're hoping to make shiny Quaxley. So that we'll But yeah, Master Gamer, I actually beat Final Fantasy 16 and I love that game. You know, I only recently started it because there were some of them that I still needed to get just for the shiny decks, and I thought, you know, we'll do this Masuda roulette thing and see how it goes. And it's actually gone pretty good so far, but still not my favorite thing, but it is what it is, you know. But how are you liking Final Fantasy 16 though? How are you enjoying that?